Thanks so much for joining us on CBS News Baltimore. I'm First Alert Meteorologist Abigail Degler. For the rest of your afternoon, not a whole lot's going to change. Temperatures soaring from the early morning hours. We are looking at the 80s for our daytime highs, and we're close to it right now. So as we talk about the rest of your afternoon, there's only a few things that will change. Winds will start to kick up a little bit more, coming from the south and from the west. That's going to add some moisture to our day and drive our temperatures home. So from the 80s to the lower 80s expected for our daytime high. Depending on your region and where you are currently at, we could even see the 70s if you're off to the north and to the west, or to the north and to the east. Those are typically some cooler spots, but central and south, well, you're subject to see the lower to middle 80s for those daytime highs. Now, these south winds, yes, drive our temperatures, but also drive the moisture content within our air. We have not seen rain just yet, but by late afternoon, the 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock hours, we're going to start to see some spotty showers start to move in towards Garrett and Allegheny, portions of Howard, and even Baltimore. Now, it will be very, very spotty in nature. We could see a few claps of thunder with this, but it starts to taper off in the overnight hours, only to return slightly for your Monday. So, in summary, keep an eye to the forecast today. We are not expected to see the same kind of output as yesterday, but much like yesterday, things can change pretty quickly. So keep an eye to the forecast. Thunder roars, head indoors. And also, if we get rain just dumping on us, which once again we do not expect, but if a thunderstorm does pop up, it is a possibility. Turn around, don't drown. Seek an alternate route. Even if it's a familiar road, if there's any movement on that water, or if you cannot see the bottom pavement, it's always best to get to your destination safely. Now, remember those two things throughout the spring season and severe weather season, because we're going to be reminding you. So it will be something to keep in your brain. By Monday, seeing the 60s. Quite the change there. We're getting a little less sunshine, some rain early in the morning of your Monday, and then winds change. Winds are such a driving factor, and I feel like sometimes we just don't realize it. When winds change to the north, it can drop us down 20 degrees at least. And so we're going to be riding into the 60s for your Monday and Tuesday. We'll see a quick rebound, once again, as winds change. As we go into the second half of the work week, by Thursday, we're back into the 80s as if the 60s never happened. And we'll bounce back and forth between the 70s and 80s to finish out next week.